So like when we're doing it, this is the warehouse end, right?
Correct.
Where
Yes,
all the
correct.
storage is. You do shoots there, right?
Yeah,
You got all this. Okay, here's this future retail. Gym's right there. This is where all product comes out of Max Effort.
Now, you guys might not have realized this, but Kobe was really ahead of his time. You see him up there dunking.
There you go.
The Max Effort. Biggie. Most people don't think of him being sponsored by Max Effort. But, we've been around for a long time. So we got, you want to take it way back. People remember this photo, but they remember Jordan, they remember the commissioner, but they don't really remember that Jordan was holding the Max Effort staff. People forget that part of the detail, but we're here to remind them about that.
Listen, what you guys are doing with designs, it's simple.
That's my guy Cole.
It's catchy, it's nice, I like it. So, okay, when we talk about this, right, you guys could have been, you guys grind. You grind, Corey does 4 a.m.s, you do every afternoon, you guys got a workout every day.
Yeah.
Could have done it in obscurity, could have been, just rock eaters, could have been knuckle draggers. Why not show the world what you guys are doing and do social media? Why was social media such a huge part of what Max Effort and Old School Gym does?
Well, I think that, number one, people were drawn to authenticity. So I think, it was very important when we were creating Max Effort, when we're showcasing our gym, we're not trying to show them anything different than what we're already doing. We're not trying to show them anyone different than who we are, right? So I think that's one thing, is that it was very important, to us to just kind of stay true to ourselves. From day one with the gym, when we named Old School Gym, 18 years ago, I remember saying, who are we as weightlifters? We're 2 kids from the Ohio Valley. We grew up lifting in my dad's garage. We want to listen to rap music. We want to throw around heavy weights. This is old school. This is who we are. We're not going to try to put lipstick on a pig and try to make it something it's not, So that's, something from the beginning, with social media, when we showcase that, we're just very, let's just be us, just show us, show the day-to-day grind of what goes on. And then, so that's one thing. And then I think the other thing that's important, why social media is important to our business is, what am I? I'm a coach. So I want to coach people. I can only coach so many people that come in the gym every day. I only have time for so many athletes, right? There's only so many people that I can be face-to-face with. But the power of social media, there's coaches in Russia that follow my programming. If you go to Mongolia, there's somewhere in Mongolia, someone's using my wrestling strength ebooks right now. So I think social media has just really allowed us to teach people, not just across the state of Ohio, not just nationwide, but worldwide. So same thing with Corey. He has people following his powerlifting protocol all over the world. So I think just the power of social media, being able to reach people, being able to teach and make an impact on people, and really not just in the gym, but also just as a positive force in their life to show them hey, as a grown man, as a father, as a coach, here's how you conduct yourself, here's how you work, here's how you try to inspire others. I think that's important too.
No BS approach, being real.
Right.
Being real. I like that
real,
about
right?
you. I really, no, but I enjoy that. I come here, it's gritty. I feel like I'm at home back at my dad's barnyard. That's what it feels like, seriously.
Iron right now, right?
Yeah, no, seriously, that's what I love about it. Being real, though. Showing people the real ends of stuff. That's not, everybody wants to do that. That's not what social media is about a lot of the time, right?
Well, it turns into a highlight reel. And again, for everyone it is, and for us it is in some ways, but I think people see through the fake stuff after a while. I think the only way you're going to have longevity, whether it's in this business or any business, is by being true to yourself and, for lack of a better term, keeping it real. Absolutely.
So Corey talked about, that building a brand is such a huge part of it, and social media is such, because people are just grinding in obscurity. Right. And wrestling, you already know wrestling's problem. Wrestling is, why do you got to tell people about it? You should be humble.
Right.
I don't think you guys are being braggadocious.
No, but I think that, well, let's cut to the wrestling thing real quick. I think we should celebrate when guys win, and we should celebrate celebrations, I think that there's kind of this thing ingrained in wrestling, all right, you won the Olympics, now you should just go like this, yay America, and walk off. You shouldn't get to enjoy the moment. I think that people should get to enjoy the moment. So I think there's a fine line, showboating and celebrating are 2 different things. I'm not a big fan of showboating, but I think that we need to celebrate your wins, right? So I don't know if I'm getting off track here, but
no, you're good.
You see where I'm going with this. I think we need to, without bragging, you got to celebrate the things you're doing. You know what I mean? You got to be able to, showcase your achievements, but do it in a way that's positive and impactful.
So, I was talking, you said to me, hey, we don't normally let a lot of outside media come in, right? You had some guy who was doing a Netflix documentary,
Yeah.
you let them in. Why are you so controlled with the media, and why do I get to come in here?
Well, I'm number one, so I know where you live, so if we have to, we can track you down. That's the first thing. But no, I'm a relationship guy, right? I know you. We have a relationship. You and Smitty have a relationship. We know the same people. So I trust you to come in and to represent what we talk about and what I show you to the world, like in a fair way. And I don't think that, like, let's say, someone random who I've never met, says they want to come in and film a day in the life here. I'm going to say, well, if I don't know them, I'm not going to let them do that, because who knows how they're going to edit it or how they're going to present it or whatever. So I think it's just kind of one of those things, like, you don't just let everyone into your house. This is our home. This isn't just a place we come to work. This is our house. You don't just let anyone come over for dinner and hang out with your kids or hang out with your wife. Same type of thing here.
Ohio RTC, huge part of what you talk about. You talk about how you really, I think that gave you a lot of confidence, it feels like, right? Being involved with Brees Humphrey, what they were doing with RTC athletes. Why did that give you such a shot in the arm with training those athletes at the Ohio RTC?
Well, I think, for a couple of different reasons. Number one, up until that point, until I started working with Tommy Rollins, I had never really worked with elite athletes. So it's one thing to take a kid who's on JV and try to help him and make him on varsity. How do you take someone that's world class and make them better? How do you take someone that's an All-American and then get them on the top of the podium? That kind of requires a different level of knowledge and commitment to your craft. So I think, number one, it really made me become a much better coach, much better trainer. I think also too, just from a personal standpoint, getting to be around not just the elite athletes, but sitting in meetings with Coach Ryan every week and Coach Jaggers, and listening to the way they operate and interacting with them on a daily basis. When you deal with people like that, you have to be on your A game. And I think just as a coach, it really helped me grow. As a man, it really helped me grow. The Ohio RTC is obviously something very special to me. And I think, also too, if you think of it from a career standpoint, up to that point, outside of this little bubble in Central Ohio, no one really knew who I was. So I think that kind of allowed people to kind of see, maybe what I was capable of and what I was able to do as a coach.